Hello, welcome to another episode of Profiles. I'm your host, Michael Short. And in this episode, I had a chance to interview James Cantoni from WP Compress. He gives us a little bit of the background of how he got his start, why he started WP Compress, what they're doing now. They're coming out with version 5, V5, and then what his plans are for the future. So hopefully you enjoyed this conversation as much as I did. Let's get started. Hey, James, welcome to the show. I'm glad to have you on.
Hey, thanks for having me, Michael. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I've been watching and seeing the stuff that you've been posting in the past on WP Compress. We're actually a customer of yours and we enjoy using your product. So I'm glad to finally get to meet you kind of in person, if you will, if you call this in person. And
Yeah, definitely.
yeah,
No, and we're great. We're happy to have you as well. You've been giving great feedback on things as well, and you're a keystone. You're really helpful with all the agency aspects as well. So you really know your stuff. To have an expert in your field giving feedback, it's a really incredible win-win for both of us. So
thanks, man. Thanks. So you're in WP Compress, and we obviously know that has to do with compression of images and stuff. And so I actually want to learn more about, like, how did you get started in this? What is your background?
sure. So my background is it's marketing and business analytics. So initially, I was kind of starting. I was actually dabbling in conversion optimization and things with CRO, A/B testing, things like that, because I love getting people more sales, getting people lower bounce rates, and just getting the most out of your website. Because the web is such a powerful tool. We want to get the most out of your website. So we were looking into things like A/B testing probably back in 2015, and it was a little ahead of its time at the time. The Optimizely was kind of a big player. But there weren't really other options. So we kind of brought a concept with that and realized we have to start even a little earlier than that. We got to think, how can we optimize the loading of your website? Because if your website isn't even loading, no one's going to be doing advanced A/B testing. You're not going to get any great results with that if your bounce rates are through the roof because you have these 5 megabyte sized images trying to load over a mobile device, especially back in 2015, 2016. Obviously cell signal and internet speeds are increasing, but the biggest thing is just you got to have the global mindset, making sure your images are loading fast everywhere. And images were the number one problem that we were facing, just because they're so heavy. People take DSLR photos, or they now on the phone cameras you got now, people upload massive images, especially clients. And I'm sure all the agency owners out there have dealt with that. And then they're like, why is my site, why has it got this score? Why is it loading so slow? And it's like, because you uploaded a full-size image that might have been 5,000 pixels wide, something like that. So we're really focused on just initially we wanted to solve the speed issue, get people loading lightning fast. I love the lightning bolt in your logo as well. Get people loading their websites lightning fast and just help them. But what we learned is we want to make it as easy as possible. So we try to do everything in as little effort, just a few clicks, and set up everything so that you can scale your business and use it in an agency type fashion as well. So trying to make it as easy as we can for everyone, as fast as possible for everyone. And then go into some advanced trainings on how you could better improve once people get to the page. But we got to get people sitting on the page first before they can actually go into exploring your site.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you were scratching your own itch, fulfilling your own needs, and then you started the WP Compress. Now, did you have anything prior to that? I mean, so you went from agency to WP Compress, or did you kind of have?
Yeah, so we were doing A/B testing a little bit. I was doing a website that was trying to get to improve itself based on heat maps and automatic some AI and stuff like that. We were having a lot of ideation, but we really had to say the vision could be huge, but we really got to execute on something. So we started with the baseline of, let's get your images loading faster, let's get your websites optimized, and then we'll move on to bigger and better things. And right now, honestly, I think we really carved the niche in what we're doing, and we found that you don't have to try to build everything into it, because then it's just confusing. You want to just make sure you're doing one thing really, really well, and that's what we're doing with WP Compress now. So it really evolved into getting images loading lightning fast, getting their websites loading lightning fast, and just helping these agencies do it in just a few clicks and get all the reporting. So we make you look good without you having to do all the work. Go ahead and people were optimizing them in Photoshop at the time. It's just taking that and exporting them. That's taking hours out of your day. And you want to be, whether it's building the website, getting new clients, whatever it is, we wanted to help people just do it all in either effortlessly or in one click.
Nice. So now you're not the only one out there, right? WP Compress, you have some competition. What makes WP Compress the better choice?
So We're the best choice for agencies, hand down. I would say that because we incorporate a centralized management portal. So how that works is you can actually link all of your clients' websites, and we even have a bulk linking tool. You link all your clients' websites. You can set monthly quotas for them. So if you want to say, if you have your website care plans or whatever you're doing, you could have your gold, silver, bronze, whatever you want to call it, and you could assign different quotas to each of them. So you can upsell people using our system if you want, or you can just kind of manage them in right in line with what you're already doing. So once you set the quotas up, then you get the monthly reports. You get email reports to the users. We have a white labeling option for our pro tier, where you could add your logo to the reports, and you could hide it from WordPress and take all of the credit. We want you to have fast websites, but then take all the credit, because I've been there where you're doing all this work or whatnot, and then you get someone's logo on there, or you want to do all these things. And even if you're doing the work, or if you're just printing a report, whatever, but we want to make sure that we put you in the position to look good, without you having to do all this work as well. So it's a win-win for our clients, and we're really trying to help the agencies out. On top of just agency aspects, though, like you said, the differentiators, we do live and local compression. There's not too many people out there that do. They might do it separately, but V5 has an all-in-one. You can optimize the images in your media library, saving you space, offloading them and up to the cloud if you want backups, or local backups if you don't trust the cloud, and so that your media library is optimized. Then we'll also do on-the-fly image optimization with full resizing, adaptive images based on the user's device coming in, making sure the smallest and fastest images served to them. We're getting speeds as low as 7 milliseconds an image. It's faster than you or I can even blink there or even process the image, which is really, really cool stuff. And we're trying to get that on a global scale. So we have this new hybrid CDN network we're using, and just delivering it everywhere as fast as we can, but keeping the high quality of the image. It's not just compression. I know the name's WP Compress, but it's optimization in the sense that we want to give you the best image so that you're not just serving blurry images. We can shrink an image as small as we want, but it'll be pixelated as heck there. So we want to make sure that it's optimized in the sense that it looks beautiful, but still loading lightning fast. And it used to, when it was local optimization, it used to just be how small you can get the file and hope that your servers would do it. But now with our premium infrastructure and what we're really doing with, we have the WebP, the adaptive images, lazy loading, we kind of have a whole image optimization suite. And based on where the user is, the device they're using, we could send an image that might be a larger file size before, therefore giving them better quality or whatnot on the website, in just as fast or maybe 1 or 2 milliseconds difference in time, which you can't even notice, you know? So it's just really getting these high resolution, high quality images out there as fast as possible. And that's what we've been really priding ourselves on, especially with this V5 release.
Nice. That's very cool. I have an actual question regarding the agency side thing, going back a little bit. Now you're saying that you can give them a quota. What happens if, for those that don't know, if a customer uploads beyond their quota, they just don't get optimized and they sit on their server? How does that?
So it resets every month. So we'll never ruin the site or anything like that. If you're using the live mode, it will reset to your original images that you already served. So basically pre-WP compressed for the 5 days remaining in the month if you hit that. And obviously you can increase that quota if it's a key account for you or whatnot. You have full access to changing credits and whatnot. So that's the live mode. In the local mode, if you run out of credits, they reset every month. But the good thing about the local mode is, say you optimize your images once, then they're automatically optimized on upload or whatnot. If you run out of credits in the live mode, it will revert to the optimized images. It won't be your originals or anything like that. So you can make sure your site always has those fast images, if you're using live or local mode. That's kind of, we're trying to get the hybrid between the two. And essentially you have to either allocate more credits, or just wait till the next month is up and you get a brand new quota there. Or ask your trusty agency owner there, or your client, whoever it is, to just increase the quota in the management portal as well. We give you full control over everything, and it's really, really simple to do so.
Oh, that's awesome. So talking about V5, what was the progression that you had to go through?
So when we initially started, like I said, we were trying to just help people so they wouldn't have to optimize all the images in Photoshop. So we'd have a bulk optimization tool there. But then it kind of evolved as we would add new features. We get feature requests in for everyone. Oh, can we do Retina support? Can we do WebP was a big one. The next gen format works in Chrome and whatnot, helps you load them a lot faster. So it's, as we keep adding all these features, and I think in V3 we added the management portal. Initially we were just an image optimization plugin. Now we're fully focused on agencies, really trying to help you guys out. And that's kind of where V3 went. And then V4, we added a little bit of the live aspect, but now we've really, really polished it and got it together in V5. So the progression is just adding all these new features that really bring everything together that make it so that we can get these images loading, like I said, in as little as 7 milliseconds now globally. That's in Sydney, Australia, coming from Boston or coming from London or wherever it may be. It's pretty cool stuff there. So yeah, so it's really been a journey, and we're putting these label names on it. But as a customer, as a user, you get access to all updates and everything. It's not like V1, we're going to charge you on V2, anything like that. We really want to help you out and make it as easy as possible for you guys. So V5 is just kind of the accumulation of everything we've learned and making it that much better on our premium infrastructure now as well to keep things consistent for you.
And I assume all your customers will just automatically upgrade, or is that something that they have?
Yeah, everything. So you'll have to update the plugin, but other than that, the management portal and everything will be automatically updated. So next time you log in, it should be a little refresh there as well.
Very cool. Awesome. I'm coming from obviously I actually have products myself, as you know, the RWAS plugins. Yep. And I'm always interested in seeing what other product guys are doing in terms of their marketing. Like, how did you get it out to market to begin with? And, what were some of your strategies that you have there?
Yeah. So we initially, we were trying to figure out how we can make it affordable, because we were seeing some options. There were some competitors, I think it was Smush at the time or whatnot, they were charging $50 a month, and I knew people, I was a member of that initially too. It was $50 a month and you get your images optimized, whatnot. And that just wasn't the way we wanted to go. It seemed very expensive for a site-by-site basis. If we were going towards, we kind of analyzed the market and saw that we could be more affordable if we wanted to, but we really want to be affordable and have all these robust features as well. So in terms of the marketing, I think the biggest thing is nailing your niche, figuring out what you want to do, and then going forward with how you can better serve that. Because if you're helping people, then people are going to go tell other people and whatnot. And the biggest thing that we've done too is we're not venture funded or anything. Everything's all bootstrapped. We had a few lifetime offers that we might run that really help get V5 to be possible, get V4 to be possible, and then we'll reward you with no further payments forever, which is a pretty cool thing there, especially with subscriptions being pretty pesty nowadays, and every corner you look, someone's trying to hook you into a new subscription. Okay. But yeah, so I think that in terms of marketing, it's just having the biggest thing is the brand image, making sure it's cutting edge, making sure everything matches up with what we're doing, as well as just really the customer service. We have live chat support. I don't think any of the big guys have this live chat support. You go to the website, you type in a message, and I'm right there answering it for you. We have one other agent as well, but if you need anything, we're happy to help, either instantly or obviously with lives too, but happy to help as soon as we can. I even get mobile notifications, whatnot, and I'm right there solving issues, helping people, setting up quotas, whatever we got to do for people. So I think it's kind of the level of the personalized support, but with the features that if you kind of have a space that you don't have to have a brand new idea, but features and something that still cause the buzz for you. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, but just getting that thing where there's something really exciting to talk about. And in our case, it's the agency features, it's the live and the local synergy, as well as just the sheer speeds we're getting in little to no effort for you guys. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, as you also know, we come from the WAS space, right? So how can you see that it can work for the WAS? Like, is there a difference in terms of multi-site, or they're going to have to set it up individually? Now, I know the answer to this because we use your product, but I just
So it's two-part. We have a main WP integration right now. So with them, we have an integration. So one click, you can set up all your things. We're working on a traditional multi-site integration, but you can set a quota and set it up for each individual site. We're working on a bulk linking tool now, actually, and we're going to make it much, much easier. But the beautiful thing about the quotas is you can manage them all in one place, and we're looking to integrate with additional partners for the reporting, so that if you have your own last dashboard, you can view it there. Or if you want, it's basically once you link it, there's no management from there on out. It's all fully automated. You can monitor quotas and optimize those if you want, but once you link it, you're good to go. So that's what we're really trying to do, and make it even easier. If our average customer probably has around 25 websites. So if you're trying to link 25 websites instead of pointing and clicking, I could see how that could be a little stressful. Even we made it 60 seconds, 35 seconds. It's pretty easy. Once you install the plugin, you enter one code, you're good. But we really want to make that even easier. so that we can get you guys with hundreds of websites. We have users with thousands of websites that want to use it. Just simple, and set these quotas up so that you can make more money reselling, upselling to your clients as well. And even if it's just a value add for your users, you say, we're going to throw this in for free for you guys, especially if you have a lifetime membership, you throw it in for free for the first year. If they want to keep going, you can keep going with them, and $5 a month upsell to them, whatever you want to do. But the big thing is we're here to make you guys look good, make you shine, and keep it as simple as possible for you.
Very
So
cool.
that's where the bulk linking tool is coming in as well. Yeah.
Nice. Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Now, you and I talked about doing something for having you on board as an instructor for WAS Camp, so you can instruct our guys how to get set up and stuff. Do you have instruction already on other agencies to check out and how to actually get set up other than documentation?
Yeah. So we have a quick start. Well, we have a quick start guide, which has a video gallery and stuff and help docs and whatnot. And we're actually updating those for V5 as well. But no, I think that's going to be a great way in WAS Camp there to make sure that everyone can see how to use it, but how to use it for an agency and how to use it efficiently and effectively within the systems that you already have in place. So I think that will be really, really cool. So shameless plug, you should go check that out as well. But I think that's going to be a great way to actually integrate and get your system up and running the right way. And then it's hands-free maintenance from there, and you're good to go. And your clients are happier with the faster sites. They get the reports every month. That's the big thing. The deliverables as well. If you could do absolutely nothing additionally that month and give a deliverable, your client obviously thinks that you might have spent some time on it, spent an hour, whatever, or optimized it for you. So we want to make you look good. You get your logo on there. And we have a lot of improvements for that coming through as well in the management portal, really focused on the agency, things like custom CNAME domains. So you can get your own domains in there for live optimization.
Nice.
And a lot of other agency type things. And we'll go over all of that in our instruction there. So
I can't wait for that, for sure.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Tell me a little bit, like, without giving away some of the secret sauce or secret ideas that you want to do, but like, I'm curious, where do you go from here? Like after V5, like, do you have a bunch of ideas on where you can take the optimization? Because it seems to me like at some point, optimization is optimization, and reporting, and you get it all dialed in. Is there something that you're thinking of beyond this?
Yeah, so we have a few secret things in the works, like you said. But the biggest thing is we want to make it a full system for agencies. So I think we could definitely be improving reporting. We could definitely improve the deliverability, have some sort of notifications for you and your users, as well as just kind of the whole solution down that path. And whether it's just features, the speed side, we're doing very, very well right now. There's some compatibility things, no WordPress install is going to be the same. Even I'm sure for some clients, one person might need a booking plugin, one person might need something else, and there could be some little conflict or whatnot. And that's why we have the live chat support. We're happy to help any of that stuff. But the big thing that we're adding is the whole solution of, you have your website now, how can we further optimize it for you? Whether it's just the images, kind of like I was touching upon earlier, whether it be conversions, whether it be uptime, whether it be backups, whatever we can help with. We kind of have connections and features in different areas that we can easily expand upon, add on. And the reason that it's built like this is everything's almost a section or a toggle. So it's kind of piece by piece, you can build on things. And we could add a whole new section to the portal. We could add a new integration or whatnot, and really kind of add a new an expansion to what we're currently doing, but almost drive down a whole different path as well to help kind of form a new business there as well. So I think right now we're really focused on getting V5 perfect for the agencies, getting everything working there, and then from there, yeah, like I said, it's kind of an open horizon, which is almost a good thing. A new frontier is kind of fun. Yeah. Once you hit your marks and whatnot, we want to really see what we can do to make agencies' life as easy as possible, let you guys take the credit for everything as well.
So you've been focused on WP Compress for a while. Are you still working as an agency, or are you just doing WP Compress now?
I was running an agency, and that stopped around V2 because honestly, I'm sure like you have and I have and probably everyone listening, you have your hand in a bunch of different things and you kind of see what works for you. Mm-hmm. So we were doing the agency, whether it was for SEO traditionally, website development for local businesses, kind of doing what we could to obviously pay the bills and whatnot. But then when this started picking up around the V2 mark, we really had to pivot and offloaded my agency clients and basically said, we have to focus on this because we want to make WP Compress as great as we can there as well. But that's the thing. It's not, if you asked me back in 2014, 2015, where I thought we would be, I would think it was a CRO, or I would think it would be something that we were working on at the time. But it's kind of you develop things, either it's for yourself or for other people, or a client gives you some idea, whatever it may be, and you just run with it. And then it's kind of cool where it takes you. It's serendipitous, I guess.
It
pretty
is.
Cool.
It's pretty interesting. That's how we have like a 20 something plugins, and that's pretty much how it works for us. Like we scratch our own itch, and then also customers kind of dictate, what they want, and like, oh, that's a good idea. Let's do that too. So yeah,
exactly. And that could be where your best inspiration and the best feedback comes from, asking the people who are using it. Because you could set the vision, you could set the roadmap, whatever it is, but the best features come from the person saying, oh, I need this, or this would do that. And it kind of unlocks some key, or something happens where you just really, that's the missing piece, or that's something that 5 years later, you're like, oh, that was a no-brainer at the time, but I wouldn't have thought of that on my own. So it's really great to have the customer support, the community, the feedback. And it's a phenomenal process. That's the thing with the lifetime memberships as well, is because people are invested in it. It's almost like you're an investor in the company kind of too, because you want it to last for as long as it can, because then you get more value out of your membership. So you'll give that feedback, and we're happy to help and add these features and throw them into your account as well. So we're really happy to help as many people as we can. And that's why the live chat support's a great thing, even for feature requests, feedback, anything. We get a lot of, whether it's good, bad, anything, honestly. It's sometimes knowing the bad stuff right away too, it gets you to fix it and pivot as well. So it's really, really an incredible process there. And that's why I had to kind of shift from doing the traditional agency aspect to full-time focusing on this, just because you get 100 pings a day on the chat support, you're working on advancing the product line, whatever it may be, and then you can't find time in the day anymore.
Right, and of course, and then I'm sure you're still acting as an agency for your product, though, right? Like you're
all
the marketing and stuff. So at least it's good that you have that background. And
it's like being an agency for one big client kind of thing, and being dedicated to that. And it's fun when it's great to help other people as well. I love helping other people, and I love seeing the success and the case studies and watching people grow. But when you're doing it for yourself as well, you take a few shortcuts that you might like. You don't have to do certain deliverables and whatnot, but then you get to focus that on doing maybe something a little more bare bones that helps you grow even more, because you don't have to take the formalities and whatnot. You can kind of scribble your notes down and act on them. You don't have to write up a whole proposal or whatnot. So there's pros and cons to both methods, but it's really fun to, like you said, to act as an agency in our own little world here as well.
And you've been doing it for some time. I know for me, I've been in agency for about 20 years. I mean, it's been 20 plus years, but I'm trying to transition out of that myself. But I know for us, like for so long, we've been we've been helping our clients like market their product and services. And it finally feels good to be marketing our own. I imagine it's probably the same for you as well.
No, it definitely is. Yeah. Cause like you said, you get to see the results, realize the results. There's one aspect to you helping a client, you see them grow, whatnot, but they're giving you the same fee every month, whatnot. It's great to see them grow. I'm happy to see them grow. But when you actually see the impacts and the fruits of your labor come through with how you're working, like it's not easy. It's long hours, lots of days waiting. We were talking about this beforehand too. You say something, you have a deadline, you have a target date, whatnot. It takes a week later, it takes two, whatever. You can't do that with a client, right? That's the issue. You have to have it done, and you have to whatnot. But it's more balancing your energy levels now and making sure we can deliver the best content and really a polished product, a polished offering. But then really realizing it ourselves to make sure that it like I said, it's not easy by any means. But it's fun when it's your baby and you see it grow from V1 to V5 in this case. And at every stage you have your laughs on things. You have your, oh, why did we have that idea? We had power-ups and badges at one point and all these unlocks. Like you get rid of a lot too in the process. But it's really like you said, it's really a mind-blowing process, and just it's kind of golden, honestly. It's sweet. Yeah.
That's awesome. Now you mentioned you have a team, or it sounds like you say we a lot.
Yeah.
So what part of the process are you involved with? I mean, obviously you can be a part of, you wear many hats like I do, but are you a developer yourself? as well, or do
So,
you?
so I do. I was more web development, so not necessarily the plugin API, anything like that. I'm
Okay, yeah.
more HTML, CSS, basic design kind of thing. So I handle the marketing, the analytics, a little bit of design. But the biggest thing I've learned too is that if there's someone, well, you could be smug or whatnot and say you're the best at everything, but you can be
Right.
good at a lot of things. But if you can find someone who's targeted at something, or someone who's a better designer or a better developer, whatever it may be, then you kind of, if everyone fits into what they're the best at, it's the process of optimization right there. And you can be, like you said, we wear a ton of hats. If I have to go configure DNS, if I have to go do a Photoshop document, whole different sides of the spectrum, whatever I have to do, I'll do it and I'll get it done. But if we can get the people, the team around us to actually be experts in the field at that too, that's when the magic really happens, when you get everyone working together and
Totally.
synchronized as well. But
Yeah.
yeah, you do have to wear many hats there.
What would you say is like if you had to pick one, would you say you're most passionate about or enjoy the most?
I think my passion comes back to kind of the marketing mixed with the analytics. So that's what I was trying to do initially, and where my heart was, and I get to do that in this business, which is phenomenal. It's really seeing how, and by marketing I don't mean just like PPC ads or billboards or anything like that, but it's kind of just building the brand and seeing what works and investing more in that space. It's seeing how you could help more people with less physical investment or whatnot, and grow your reach there. So it's really cool to get I love the design aspect. I love getting a beautiful design for the website and the portal, whatever we're doing, trying to keep it simple and clean. Because for all of I've known, you used to have WordPress plugins that were just check boxes, and they weren't even styled. They were just jQuery or whatever it was, and whatnot. And we really wanted to take that and kind of build a brand around it, build a business, add some identity to the software, and have a little pizzazz to it, make it sleek, make it modern. And that's what I really love is getting that UX in, as well as seeing how our marketing efforts really impact our customers, but B, the growth of the software for everyone as well. And with the growth comes new features and new benefits for everyone, faster speeds, more premium infrastructure, whatever it may be, and just kind of seeing everything together is phenomenal as well. Just overseeing the whole process.
Yeah, no,
Really cool.
that's pretty exciting. I enjoy that part too
Yeah,
as well. And your product is really based on as far as the pricing model does, mostly based on the credits used, right? Like it's not necessarily like the technology aspect per se. I mean, that comes with it, but it's the credits that you're selling, how many credits you get for the month.
exactly. Yeah. So it's based on the usage, and with the live and the local mode, it's based on whether you can use the same file size for either live compression or for local and gigabytes or whatever it may be. But also the big thing that comes with it is we're giving you everything. We're giving you the fastest speeds. There's been I've seen, whether it be competition, whether it be other softwares and whatnot, that they'll have, whether it's a free plan or the lowest plan, and you're basically paywalled 100% in. We're basically saying if you have the usage, and especially with the live mode, because it's indirectly based on visitors, based on the bandwidth and whatnot,
Oh, right, right.
how many images served, whatever it may be. If you're a successful business getting 10,000, 100,000 views a month, you're going to pay more inevitably. If you're just starting off, you could probably get by on a very cheap plan, whether it be $5 a month, whether it be a free plan, whatever it is. We're not trying to gouge the little guys and whatnot. We're trying to say, based on your usage, you could have unlimited usage to our infrastructure if you want, but the credits are assigned to that. And that's great for the clients as well, because then you kind of have the control in the economy of it, saying, I want to give 1 gigabyte quota to my bronze plan, like we talked about. I want to give 5 gigabytes or whatever it is, 5,000 images to my silver plan, and whatever it may be. And then they feel like they have tangibility in it, your clients, and you have control, kind of either, even if you have 1 million credits in your account, whatever it is, you can set that limit, and someone says, oh, I want to go up to your gold plan, Michael, because I need more image optimization, or I want to whatnot. I'm loving how this is helping my site. So we want to help you make more money off of it, as well as improve the user experience for your clients. And attention spans have been next to nothing lately.
Yeah.
Everyone's glued to their phone, whatnot, whatever it is. So if a website's taking more than 2-3 seconds to load, you're already onto the competitor. You're gone already. So getting those images down from, we've gotten images that were 3-5 seconds to load down to, like I said, 12 milliseconds, 7 milliseconds. We're averaging around 25, 15 to 20. It really depends on the region and your speeds and whatnot, but we're getting phenomenal speeds everywhere we can. and it's really helping. It's not just faster images, it's the user actually stays on your website, because if they leave before they read one line of text, you made no impact on them. So that's the issue we solve. We don't just make your heavy images, we make them smaller and whatnot. We make your website more approachable.
Yeah, that's the selling proposition, because I can see how, like, just making your images, who cares? My images are big or small, I don't care. But when it comes down to the speed of the website, that's obviously what, makes the difference to them, or more importantly, having their customers stay on there and not go somewhere else. So yeah, I could see the selling proposition is more along those lines then.
Exactly. Yeah, and especially with it's becoming more and more of a global economy, even though it's the World Wide Web,
Yeah.
You can have your servers, whether it be in London, wherever it is, and you could have a user in Australia, you could have a user in Fiji, you could have a user in India, wherever they are, they can just go to your website. Some people block out certain, they're targeted and whatnot, but even still, it will help with the CDN, the optimized images, everything, to get your images for your target user loading that much faster. And you could have hundreds of images on a page. Nowadays, websites are all images. It used to just be, you got a box of text, whatnot, maybe even one image. Now you got 10, 50, imagine a WooCommerce store, whatever it is, you got 100 images on a page, all trying to load at the same time. And it compiles. Even if they're loading in 500 milliseconds each, you get 10 of them. It might take 5 seconds if they're not loading at the same time there as well. So it's like, we really have to make it as fast as possible for you. We're doing things like the CSS, the JavaScript now as well in V5. It's a little secret. But then really just trying to make everything faster for you, not so you can just kind of gloat, oh, I'm under 1 second. You see all the posts everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, I got an A in my page speed ranking, but that's great and all, and you can share that with the client. But the real thing is the end user experience, making sure that on their 5K Mac, if they have the Retina, whatever, you're not showing the small blurry image, you're showing a nice high res one. Or on the little device or whatever, you don't have to serve a 5,000 pixel image to a mobile phone. You serve a 500 pixel, whatever it may be, and it loads that much faster because your oversell signal or whatever it is. So it's again the optimization of it, so that the end user approaches your website, reads your content, and then your internal marketing goes to work there as well. They won't know about you if they can't access your site, and you're just sitting there and it's just loading, and that's the worst feeling for all of us nowadays.
So when it's actually optimizing, does it just knows what sizes to make up front, or does it do it on the fly as it gets onto devices and stuff? Does that make sense?
So it's on the fly. It's twofold. The first time you install it, it has a little bit of learning in the sense that we got to optimize your images the first load, right? So we download the images, optimize them for you, and then if an incoming device comes in, visit your website, we get all that information and we serve the correct size image, like you said, on the fly, resizing it instantly, whether it's WebP, not WebP, whether it's a Retina device, based on your settings. If you want to do lossless, intelligent, ultra, we have multiple modes, but all of that's set up for you, and we handle all that. It's doing so much more than just optimizing your images on your media library. The live mode is really doing all-in-one kind of white glove service for you to make sure that the best image gets to the best person. A, so it's beautiful, but B, so they stay on your page, and you invest so much in your website. If you're investing in ads and you're getting all this traffic, people get there. And originally we were thinking it was conversion optimization, but if people aren't even seeing your text, then there's no aspect of, then they're not going to convert. They're just going to leave and they'll go Google someone else's site, Right. So it's really getting people to stick to your website, lowering your bounce rate there as well. And Google rewards fast websites and the SERPs there as well. And just everything, it's kind of the first gate. And if you have your funnel, your marketing funnel, whatever it is, you're getting your users in. If they just bounce off your page right away, we kind of solve that for you in one click. At least one major aspect of it that's kind of the low-hanging fruit for you to grab, solve that, and then move on to your day-to-day life. We don't have to be this big worrisome process or whatnot. We solve it in a few clicks, you're good to go, and you move on to the next thing bothering you because I'm sure you got 100 things that you're trying to do that week, Mm-hmm. So that's where we fit in, is just really making it easy, and we'll handle all the hard work for you there.
No, it is super easy. I enjoyed that plugin for sure. So I do have a question in regards to the credit system then. So if you get one image and it has 10 different variations, how does that affect your credits?
We've always prided ourselves on thumbnails come free, because initially we were charging for thumbnails, and it'd be a nightmare. You'd optimize your one image and 35 credits would be deducted because you have WooCommerce images, whatever it is. There's all these sizes. So now what we're doing is you'll get charged for the original image, the optimized image, but then we'll generate the WebPs, we'll generate the additional adaptive images sizes. All of that will be included free in the local mode. In the live mode, it's based on actually the CDN bandwidth, and kind of that's how that's being charged. But the big thing about that is you're serving the optimized images. So it might be 50 KB here, it might be 5 KB here. It goes a really long way, 20,000 images, 10,000 images per gigabyte kind of thing, served to your users. It could be thousands of visits. With the majority of our users, because everything's so optimized and the mobile devices are getting the small images, it's not like you're given a 3 megabyte image every time someone visits the page. Most of our users, about 85% of our users, are using less than 1 gigabyte bandwidth a month right now. So we're trying to really keep that as efficient for you, and then pass the savings on as well. And that's where the new models come in as well there. Yeah, so we want to keep that in mind with the local, like you said, getting that really good for the optimized images, because we want to make thumbnails not a nightmare anymore. We'll process and optimize all of them, and then generate all the WebP adaptive images, all that good stuff there. We'll handle it. You don't have to worry about it, essentially.
Cool. Awesome, man. Well, I'm looking at the time, and I think we're about a little bit over the time here, so we probably should wrap it up. Is there any last thoughts or things that you want to say to the viewers regarding?
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you guys all for watching today. We're happy to have you, and for sticking around this long. We want to make sure we're giving you an extra special bonus. Michael's going to drop a link for you guys with that as well, so that you can get started optimizing your images and just see how easy it is as well. And we might have some sort of special offer as well for you guys too. So if you want to get in at a better rate than everyone else, and like we talked about, really help your websites thrive so that your websites are more approachable, then we'll help you out with that as well. And again, live chat support, go there, ask any questions. I'm happy to help. Comments on this video, I'm sure Michael's happy to help as well. And thank you guys for watching again today. We're happy to help you, and here to make the web a better experience for everyone.
Yeah, and we also have WASCamp training coming up too that you go check out as well. So excited
definitely check that out too, and we'll have some tidbits in there, some insider secrets as well. We're not giving you all the information now, but we'll hype that up as well. I'm excited for that.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you for coming on, and I look forward to staying in touch and working with you in the near future.
Definitely. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it.
Have a great day.
You too.